Hello sweet friends and welcome. Before I start the video, I want to show you this. So this is my new little friend in my backyard. I'm going to name him Phil. It's a little gray squirrel and he is building a nest, or she, I don't know. It is so funny. I've been sitting here watching it and it is comical. Like he'll hang upside down, and now he's staring at me, so I don't know if you guys could see it or not, but he was staring at me. Okay, so while he builds his nest, I'm going to do the voiceover for this video. So this is another video where I am making some stickers, but this time I'm going to use my own artwork. So here's what I'm doing. I'm starting off with just some under paper. This was just paper that I put under, whenever I'm journaling and painting and all that good stuff, and so it catches all the good nuggets that falls off my brushes and such. And that paper is, I believe, deli paper, so it's really thin, and it's already got some color and stuff on it. But what I'm going to do is take one of my favorite stamps, and I'm just going to stamp over the color. And when I first did this, I stamped too close, but that's okay. I figured it out a little bit later on. So now what I'm doing is I'm just totally playing around. I'm using some water-based markers, just some regular old Crayola markers, because I want to spread the color around, very loosely, very pastel and dreamy. And so I wanted something that was going to be very just translucent, and I could really kind of smush it around. So I'm going to use those markers. I also have in there some of my favoriteest markers. It's the smelly markers. As a kid, oh my God, and you couldn't get, like when I was a kid, you could not just go out and buy them. Like you had to be a teacher to have those special markers. So my first year of teaching, I found them at a store, and I went and got them. And every year since then, I make sure I always have a pack of Mr. Sketch markers. Now my students would love it when I would, they have like a little planner, and they would write in their planner every day. And so I would go around and I would put a little doodle or something in their planner if they had written, and we called it Smelly Goodness. Oh my God, they loved Smelly Goodness. And then I would put the little doodle, and then they'd put it up to their nose and they'd smell it. So I love those markers because they smell, but the ink is just real faint. And so yeah, it's perfect for this little activity that I'm doing here. I also pulled out some, I don't know, it's like some paint that has a little bit of glitter and stuff in it. And I'm just kind of pushing it around with my paintbrush and using that paper to kind of blot, because I don't want a big glob of paint or ink. I want this to remain pretty flat and pretty thin, because ultimately what we're going to do is we're going to make a sticker out of these drawings. So you could totally do this like I did by using stamps, because my drawing skills are not quite up to par. But if you had some mad drawing skills, you could draw this, or you could totally use stamps and stuff like that. So in the video before this, I showed you how I make stickers using images, already done images, like from other artists, from books, from magazines, from packaging and wrapping paper and things like that. So this one is just a little more, in that video I kept saying leveling up. In this one we're going to level up again, and now we're going to make stickers out of our own artwork. You could also, and I've toyed around with this, but I haven't done it yet, but you could also take pictures, like that you've taken on your phone or your camera or whatever, print them onto some thin paper. So I would say copy paper, anything that your printer will play with. Now, my printer doesn't play nicely with really, really thin paper, but if you could get it to print on anything thinner than copy paper, you could print that image off, and then you could do the process that, you know, of making your sticker, and then you'd have little sticker photographs. That would be kind of cute. It'd be kind of cool. I might try that. Yeah, might play around with that and see what happens. Okay, so back to this. I think what I'm doing here is, and I can't really see, so I'm not for sure what I'm doing, but I think what I'm doing is I'm going in and I wanted to use, oh, I know what I'm doing. I wanted to use up the rest of that paper because it was so freaking yummy, with all those marks and stuff from previous art projects. So I'm using another stamp and just kind of stamping on some of that color. And then I'm going to go in and add a little bit of detail using some gel pens. And then these will be a different type of sticker. These will be like some stars and stuff. So while I'm working through that, let me tell you a little bit about what is going to be happening in the next few weeks. So, you know, it's kind of getting towards the end of summer, and you know that summer Gina goes away because I am a teacher and school starts, and you know, it's just really hard for me to do both because I want to do the best job ever at both, and sometimes you have to you know, cut back. So last year I was non-existent, you know, no surprise there. But this year I have a whole new job. I am, because of COVID, the government has given school districts extra funding, and my school district chose to use the funding to have teachers come in at the secondary level and help kids with credit recovery. Now, if I was teaching in high school, it would be more of like, I don't know, almost like a summer school where I'm trying to help them pass the classes that they failed. But because I'm in middle school, we get the opportunity to do a little bit more. So here's the thing, guys. It is my dream job. This is the job that in my 26 years of teaching, this is the one that I've dreamed of. I get to help students, and it's not about grades because I'm at the middle school level. It's going to be more about, for me personally, it's going to be more about strategies, teaching them strategies, learning strategies, thinking strategies, executive functioning strategies, helping them with reading, helping them with strategies for math and just life skills in general, helping them figure out what their talents and their strengths are. And so I'm not tied to, you know, math and reading and science. I can branch out and I can pull in things like art and music and technology and engineering and things like that. And so it is reminiscent of when I used to teach elementary, and I did a multi-age classroom one year, and it was, oh my gosh, it was one of my favorite years ever. I had the, I would say the more advanced first graders, and then I had a collection of some second graders that were a little bit below average. And so it was so fun. Oh my gosh. And we did so many fun things, and those kids learned. I know they learned. So I am just, I can't even explain how excited I am about this year, because this is what I've been wanting to do for a million years, but never had the opportunity. And so, yeah. So needless to say, I'm going to be dedicating a lot of time to my babies at school. And I just don't know where this will fit in. I don't know if I'll be non-existent like I was last year. I hope not. But you know, I just don't know. So be patient with me. You guys have, and thank you so much. But I just don't know how many videos, journals, things like that I'll be able to do once school gets going. Previous to that, I've got a lot of things I have going on in July that I'm gonna have to maybe step back and take a break. So I'll try. I'm trying to do a bunch of videos and have them ready to go. But if I go dark for a while, just know I'm here. I'm just not doing rebookery stuff as much. So don't think that I've deserted you, because I haven't. I'm always here. I just may not be able to give 110% to my friends and my loved ones that are out on this internet community. But in the meantime, we will still keep going with our journaling and our stickering and our creative juices, our collages and our paints and our markers and paper and all that good stuff. And I'm hoping, now I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but I'm hoping to do another journal collection in the next week or two. Like I said, I don't know that it's going to happen, but I'm hoping maybe I can get another journal collection, and it's going to kind of be, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm thinking smaller. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. All right, so let's get back to the stickers. So I'm using, if you watched a video previous to this one, I'm using the that label, clear label paper, sticker paper that I have, and it comes in sheets. You can get it. I went to Target and Walmart. They actually have it. I think it's Scotch brand that they have. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting down, remember we have to make our sandwich, and so I put down the bottom layer and I put all those images on, just used a little bit of adhesive to kind of get them to stay in place, and then I put the top layer over top, and now I'm just burnishing it, rubbing it with a gift card to make sure there's good adhesion, make sure it sticks. Just be careful if you use like a glue or something, because a wet glue, because it's going to need to dry, and it might, just that moisture might make your sandwich not be so sandwichy, if you know what I mean. So I'm now going to, I don't know what, I can't see what I'm doing here, because when I do the voiceover, I only get like half of my screen, so I can't see what I'm doing here. I think what I'm doing is I'm getting ready to cut them out. And so I needed to, oh no, maybe I'm gonna make another, maybe I'm making another sheet. Oh, I am, sorry. I'm making another sheet. So I'm gonna take these little circles, which I thought turned out really well, but you can see where I put them too close together, I wasn't able to cut out that that exact circle size. So I had to have some ones that weren't quite a circle. And again, I'm using just a touch of adhesive, and you just want to be really careful when you use that wet glue. So then, and this, I'm filming this weeks after I did this, and the stickers have held up just fine. I actually really love those big round circle stickers. And then I have found by playing around with it that this is the easiest way, but you really kind of have to be patient and kind of have to play around with your label paper if you get something like these sheets. Because it does take a few times to figure out how to do it. You could use clear contact paper, and I love clear contact paper. And just FYI, I saw they had clear contact paper at Dollar Tree the other day, but it was one Dollar Tree. I went to several ones after that and did not see it. So, and I didn't buy it because I have this label, this clear label paper, but I was intrigued because, yeah, clear contact paper is so, it's so worry-free, especially if you buy it at Dollar Tree, because it's so much less expensive. The only problem with it is it's a little bit harder to work with because it comes in a roll, and it becomes very overwhelming because it's so large, and it's kind of hard to work with. These sheets are nice because they are much smaller, and because they're in that sheet size, they're easier to work with, easier to cut down. So now I'm just cutting these guys out. Now remember, if you remember from the previous video, you want to keep a border around your image because we need to keep that sandwich. and we want that sandwich to stay a sandwich. So you've got to have a little bit of that sticker border of the label paper around your image. So I'm cutting these out, but what I found was once I cut them out initially, I could actually go in and cut a little bit more of that border off. And so the first time out when I cut them, I cut kind of a large border around the image. And then when I went back since then, as I've gone back and used those stickers, I've cut the border down just a little bit. I realized I didn't have to have that big of a border. Okay, so now I got these cut out. Let's put some in my sticker journal. Guys, I hope you give this a try. I hope you find your groove and come up with some really cool stuff. Again, if you have some other hints, tips, or tricks on sticker making, please put it down in the comments, because I love hearing what you guys come up with. There's no right or wrong way to make stickers like this. It's all about experimentation and what works best for you. All right, my friends, I hope you're healthy. I hope you're happy. I hope you do something creative today, and I will see you soon. Bye.